ready to flip the script on leadership. We're diving deep into something called the law of addition today.
Oh yeah, it's not about climbing that ladder.
Nope, it's about what you give, not what you get.
That's it. We're looking at a podcast episode today called The Law of Addition, Leaders Add Value by Serving Others. It's from a series called The 21 Irrefutable Laws of Leadership in Practice.
So solid leadership advice.
Yeah, but with a twist.
Right, like instead of how to get to the top, it's how helping others makes you a better leader.
Exactly. The host, Victor Eichie, asked this question: are you making life better for the people you lead? Are you adding value to them? See? That's the law of addition. Not about you, it's about them. Serving, giving.
Turning the whole leadership pyramid upside down.
Yeah. You're supporting those above you, not dictating orders.
But how does that make you a good leader? Seems kind of backwards.
Think about it. You put your team first, their growth, their well-being.
Okay.
You create trust, loyalty, high performance.
Makes sense.
John Maxwell said, 90% of people who need to be led, they're not looking for handouts. They want a leader who helps them become something.
Not favors, empowerment. And
Yeah.
this episode gives some great examples.
Oh yeah, like Mother Teresa. She had no official leadership position, but her impact, wow.
Huge influence.
Unmeasurable. And she wasn't leading armies or companies. She was serving the poorest and most vulnerable people.
Right, so her influence didn't come from power, it came from compassion, service. Most of us aren't running charities, though. So how does this law of addition work in a regular company?
The episode gives a great example from MTN. It's a big telecommunications company. Instead of top-down leadership, they went with a servant leadership model.
Interesting. How did that work?
Gave their teams more power to make decisions. Leaders mentored, supported their teams, helped them grow, develop new skills.
So it's creating a culture where leadership isn't about power, it's about growth, development.
Yeah.
Did it actually work? Did they see results?
Big time. MTN saw employee morale go way up, customers were happier, and their business did better overall.
Wow. Just shifting from me to we made that much of a difference?
It's like a chain reaction, starting with the leader and going out to the whole company. That's the beauty of this law of addition. Creates a cycle where everyone benefits.
Right.
Leaders put their team first. Team becomes more engaged, motivated, and more productive.
The podcast host, Victor Eichie, shared how he started using this idea. When he started focusing on adding value to others, he became a much better leader.
Oh yeah, I remember that. He said he built stronger relationships, more trust, bigger impact, and not just at work, but in his personal life too.
This isn't just a strategy for work, it's for life.
For sure, both
Wow.
personal and professional life. But the episode also challenges us to actually use this idea.
Okay, what do they want us to do?
Eichie asks, are you making life easier for those you lead? And are you serving with a heart that genuinely seeks to add value?
Whoa, those are tough questions. Make you stop and think. But if we want to be better leaders, we need to ask them, right?
Totally. And the episode gives some great advice on how to actually use the law of addition, like a roadmap.
Perfect. Let's get into those tips and figure out how we can start using the law of addition in our own leadership journey.
First takeaway is put people first. Sounds simple, right?
Yeah.
But it's huge. You're putting their needs and well-being ahead of your own ego.
Okay, so it's about how can I help them succeed, not what's in it for me,
Yeah,
but how do we actually do that?
that's where the second takeaway comes in. Find ways to serve. It's about action. Looking for opportunities to help people around us. Mentor them, encourage them, support them, empower them.
So I shouldn't wait for someone to ask for help.
Nope. Be proactive. Look for ways to add value, make a difference in their lives.
Like helping with a project or sharing what you know, or even just listening to someone. Being a giver, not a taker.
Exactly. And then there's lead with humility. That's the third takeaway.
Yeah.
It's really important these days, with so many leaders all about themselves.
It is different from the command and control style you see a lot. How do we actually become humble leaders, though?
It's a mindset shift. Leadership isn't about your ego or status. It's about serving others.
Okay.
You don't have all the answers. You can learn from your team, and your job is to help them be their best.
Create a culture where everyone feels valued and can contribute. Love that. Okay, last takeaway. Be a builder, not a boss. What's the difference? Aren't they the same thing?
Not even close. A boss just gives orders.
Right.
A builder empowers people.
Yeah.
Inspires them.
So they want to do their best work because they feel valued, not because they're afraid.
Yes. It's about growth, development, not just orders. That's how you get amazing results.
Okay, so 4 big takeaways. Put people first, Find ways to serve, lead with humility, be a builder, not a boss. But how do we actually UC this stuff? There's a challenge in the episode, right?
Yep. Eichie wants us to intentionally add value to someone this week. Could be anyone. Someone you work with, a friend, family, even a stranger.
Oh, I like that. Putting these ideas into practice, even in small ways.
Exactly. Like offering help, listening, just appreciating someone. Make their day a little better.
Small things, but they matter.
Absolutely. And they can add up and make a real difference.
Okay, we talked about how the law of addition helps the people we lead. But what about us? How does it help the person doing the serving?
Great question. And the answer is, it's good for you too.
Oh, so it's not just about being nice, it actually helps us too.
Totally. It builds stronger relationships. When you're there for others, they want to be there for you.
You get what you give, but I think it's more than that, right?
Right. It's deeper than that.
Yeah.
When you help others, you find more purpose in your own life.
Makes sense.
It's about living your values. And that gives you a feeling that you can't get from just chasing money or success.
Making a difference, leaving a positive mark. That's powerful.
And it's good for you mentally and emotionally. Being kind to others releases endorphins, those feel-good chemicals in your brain.
Serving others is like medicine. But what if you're already super busy? How can you add helping others to your to-do list?
It's a good point. Self-care is important. But serving others doesn't have to be a huge thing. Sometimes it's just about changing how you think about the things you already do.
Okay, interesting. So how do I do that?
Think about the people you interact with every day. Instead of just going through the motions, see it as a chance to connect with them. Offer support. Make them smile. It could be really listening in a meeting, helping a coworker, even just acknowledging the person checking you out at the store, bringing that spirit of service to everything you do.
Finding little moments for kindness and generosity, even when you're busy.
Yeah. Choosing we over me, what I can give instead of what I can get.
Exactly. And the more you do it, the easier it gets.
Like working a muscle.
Right. Eventually, helping others just becomes who you are.
Yes. It's a way of life.
And the more you live that way, the more you attract people who think the same way.
Absolutely. It threads outwards. You know, the law of addition really changes how we think about power.
Okay, in what way? I mean, usually we think of power as something you have over other people.
Okay.
But you're saying it's different.
Yeah, it's different. The law of addition says true power comes from helping others, empowering them, helping them grow and succeed.
Okay.
When you lift others up, you lift yourself up too.
It's not about control, it's about influence, respect, connection.
Exactly. That kind of power lasts longer and has a bigger impact. Everyone wins, not just the people at the top.
I love that. It's a much better way to think about leadership. But let's be honest, putting others first isn't always easy. What are some of the challenges and how can we overcome them?
Yeah, it can be tough.
Yeah.
You might think, does what I do even matter? You know? Like, is this one little thing really going to make a difference?
Right. Self-doubt creeps in.
Totally. We think we need to do something huge to really add value. But it's those small acts of kindness, day after day, that really make a life fulfilling and impactful.
One step at a time, right?
Exactly. And don't forget about being consistent.
Okay.
Those small things, if you do them all the time, they build on each other. It becomes a habit, a way of life. And the positive impact, it just grows and grows.
Like a ripple effect, reaching further than we even know.
Exactly. And another thing people struggle with is being afraid of rejection. What if they think I'm being pushy? What if they take advantage?
Makes sense. Putting yourself out there can be scary.
But when you're genuine, when you truly want to help, people can feel that. Most of the time, they're just grateful.
Right.
And even if they say no, your intention was still good. Just offering to help shows you care.
So it's not about the result, it's about why you did it. Just being present, being willing to help, believing you're making a difference even if you can't see it right away.
Sometimes the best thing you can do is just be there for someone. Listen to them. Really understand how they feel.
Yeah, just being there can make a huge difference. It's about connecting, remembering we're all in this together.
If you feel overwhelmed, start small. You don't have to do something big right away.
Right.
Help a coworker with something. Bring in something to share. Tell someone they get a good job. Send a note to a friend who's having a rough time.
Little things can make a big difference over time. They create a more positive environment for everyone.
And as you get better at it, you can do more. Take on bigger challenges, make an even bigger impact.
It's a journey. You keep getting better and better. And the best part is there's no one right way to do it.
Yeah. You use your own unique talents to serve others. That's what makes it so powerful.
It's about finding your own way to add value, make a difference, leave things better than you found them.
Exactly. So let's think about how you can use the law of addition at work, in your relationships, your community.
Right, think about it.
Even just in your everyday life, how can you help the people around you? Offer a hand, listen, encourage them, connect with them.
What small act of service can you do this week to make the world a little bit better?
It doesn't have to be big, it just has to come from the heart. Even the smallest act of kindness can have a huge impact.
So be a force for good, embrace the law of addition, and watch how it changes your life and the lives of the people around you.
Absolutely.
That's all for our deep dive into the law of addition. We hope you enjoyed it and learned something new. Keep learning, keep growing, and keep adding value to the world. We'll see you next time.